Lead lap cars making stops. Kenny Wallace got a lap back on the run to the caution flag after Earnhardt Jr. scraped the wall in turn 4. And there's a look at the damage on his car. Here's the race down pit road Dick Berggren talked about.
Right here, Jeff Gordon in the first pit there is having a lot of trouble on the left side. There you see he comes out 5th.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me if they weren't making some kind of an adjustment there, taking the spring rubber out or something to that effect. There's Dale Jr. up against the wall. It didn't hit it hard. Let's take a look from inside his car and see what he sees here. He goes in, goes in, goes in. Oh, oh man, he got that loose stuff. But that's just sheet metal. Don't hurt a thing. I'd say he what, Mike?
Pancaked it, Darrell.
Thank you.
Donuts, pancakes, Oreos. Got a regular smorgasbord going on up here.
Smorgasbord we're having today.
48 laps complete. We'll be right back. This is NASCAR on Fox.
It's quite often, but here at Darlington, that's what you call just racing the racetrack and not forcing the issue with your competition.
Only 3 drivers have led every race this year coming into this race. Jeff Gordon, Mark Martin, and Sterling Marlin. Sterling Marlin has now led in all 4 races.
Trouble out of turn 2. Stacy Compton was trying to cut underneath another car, lost control and spun it. Caution is out. Second caution of the day, and it comes at lap 69.
So many cars are having trouble up in turn 2. They just get that little back, the back end hops out on them, and he got down underneath the guy, and that's what happened to him.
And you're just carrying so much speed over there at that part of the racetrack.
Oh, and you want to stay, you can beat people off that corner so badly if you could just stay in the throttle, and that's what you concentrate on.
I think he was battling Jason Leffler, Darrell. We'll see here.
And Leffler's already been into the wall once. Oh, he just tried to turn down. There's that magic spot over there. He hits this wall pretty hard too. Bam. Does a lot of damage. That's a hard lick. Just hops out from under him. You got the wheels turned hard left. You're in the gas. The car in front of you takes a little air off the front end. The car starts to push. You crank into it, and the back end jumps around.
It didn't look like there was any contact from Matt Kenseth behind him.
No, I don't think so. I think he just, see there, he just gets really slick off that corner. You're trying to stay in the throttle so you can make that pass. Front end starts to push a little more. More do you turn into it, then she hops around on you.
Happens so fast. That's such a fast part of the racetrack. It's just happening before you even know what went on.
That from Casey Atwood's Dodge dealer's onboard camera.
The only difference in these guys today and us several years ago is we said we wrecked off turn 4. They're all saying they wrecked off turn 2.
Well, guys, the only thing worse than worn tires here would be a bad set of tires that they put on. And that's what Bobby Labonte thinks is going on with his car. Crew chief Jimmy Makar said, let me know if there's a vibration. And guys, just about a minute or 2 ago, Bobby said, uh-oh, there is one. The 18 crew made a visit to Team 20 crew to see what was going on, so he should be pitting soon.
Ron Hornaday is in the wall in turn 3. He was in a big pack of traffic right in front of Steve Park. And Hornaday will limp around as the caution flag comes out for the 3rd time today.
Good for Bodine twice now.
There were about 4 cars there right in front of Steve Park, and Hornaday was one of them.
I think what happened to Hornaday, I think he locks the brakes up. He's racing down in the corner here. He and Brett Bodine, they get together a little bit right there. Yeah, that left front, he's locking the brake up. He's going in that corner way too fast, and he can't make it. Coming down the back here, he's got to move. He needs to get a little better angle into the corner. He knows the leader's right behind him. Ooh, he squeezes Brett up into the wall. He just got in there a little hot trying to beat Brett down in there to stay ahead of the leader.
From the Conseco onboard camera.
You know, Darrell, where he got into it there, I think he's back there on that right rear. Ron never saw him up there, I don't think.
I think there was a blind spot there, and he thought he was trying to beat him down the corner. The leader was right behind him, knew he had to get going.
And Bodine was lucky to get clear of that.
Oh, yeah. Lots of damage to that car.
Pit road is busy again. All the leaders on pit road today. 4 times.
And trouble on Joe Nemechek. He's running the back of someone.
Yeah, he's run up under the back end of somebody and bowed the hood all up on that thing.
They'll run out to come in here pretty quick.
The biggest problem I see with that is not the hood buckle, but the top grill opening right there is blocked.
So Michael just got up in the wall.
Here we go.
For the lead.
Pass for the lead.
Steve Park back to the front.
put the crossover move on him right there, but he really doesn't want to right now. He just wants to get Park out behind him. He'll follow Park now. Park's faster than he is. He'll race him when it counts. He wouldn't let him do that if there were 10 to go.
You know, we see a lot of cars getting into the wall, and I know we say they're getting up in there where there's no grip, but I'm just wondering if there might be something on the racetrack. We've got about 3 cars. The caution is out.
There ain't nothing on the racetrack. That's the problem. There ain't nothing on the racetrack. There's no grip. There's no nothing.
Dick Berger, what is going on?
A lot of the guys are having trouble with tires. Here's what's happening. These little granules are coming off, and as we listen to the radios, what we're hearing is that these granules are beginning to fill some of the radiators. This is what we're getting, running some of the cars hot.
Well, we talked about that yesterday, how you have to run a shaker screen in behind the radiator here to keep all that debris and rubber. But you see all that stuff right there? That's when you get that on your tires, you get up high, you're going to hit the fence.
There is a report of oil in turn 2 and turn 4.
See all that stuff out there? That's rubber. Buddy, you get any of that, if you pick that up on your tires, it's like having 4 flat tires. Let's see if we can see what happened off turn 4 here. He's in the he got back in the throttle and just pushed up into the wall.
These tires are so soft in the Nascar as they run around the series. Brought to you by Sears. Scott Riggs, the new point leader over Joe Ruttman, Ted Musgrave, rookie Ricky Hendrick, and former champ Jack Sprague.
Now, I would say that was Matt Yoakum, but it wasn't. It was Dwight Yoakum.
Caution is on the speedway.
24 blew up going into 3. I believe that's what happened.
Leaders coming back to the line, and it looks like Tony Stewart may get his lap back as Benson eases off the throttle. It happens.
He did get it back. The caution is actually for Buckshot Jones, I think, in the 44 car blew up. His oil pump belt had come off. That's the reason he had no oil pressure, external oil pump. They replaced the oil pump belt, sent him back out there. Problem is, they'd already done the damage to the motor. It didn't even make a lap around the racetrack. Big stream of oil coming out from underneath his car.
5th caution of the day as repairs continue to Jeff Gordon's car. Dick Berger, can he catch him?
Well, Dale Jarrett has been absolutely silent on the radio. He's not talking about his race car at all, but his crew chief, Todd Parrott, is giving him some very good advice. He is simply telling him, race the racetrack. Run your own deal. Caution, and this is just what Dale Jarrett needed. Debris on the racetrack, and this will give him a chance to adjust his race car and give him a shot to win. This is Steve Burns.
Well, Dick, there's 4 guys off of Jeff Gordon's team who have come down here to help Johnny Benson's team's pit. Remember, Johnny Benson was leading the race. They had a lug nut problem on the right rear tire. Now there are 4 members of the Rainbow Warriors here to change tires on the number 10 car of Johnny Benson.
Now, that team gets its engines from Hendrick Motorsports, hence the cooperation and assistance.
I get cars and engines. Watch Benson here. Let's say he gets up. Oh! That's not a good thing. They might need more tires. I believe that was just one of those little Darlington kisses, though, Larry.
I don't believe he did a lot of damage to that thing. Just got him a good little stripe over there. Okay, this is where the pit crew guys can make the difference right here.
All right,
we got 16 laps to go. Who's going to beat who off pit road? That's what it's going to come down to. Dale Jarrett gets a good jump off into turn 1 in that 88 car. But Steve Park, he finally clears the 99 as you heard.
The 40 car had to check up for the 99. That gave Jeremy a great run on him.
Jeff Burton.
Oh, trouble down the back. Trouble big.
Hard in the wall is Mike Skinner. And Terry Labonte collects him. Caution. Mike Skinner took a wild ride.
Oh, he's on fire.
Remember, he's got a full load of fuel. They just had that pit stop. Come on, Mike. Get out of there, buddy.
I can't see it. Don't fire bad. I can't see it moving.
He hit the wall a ton after sliding down to the apron and then going right back up to the wall.
There he comes. I see
He's out.
There he is.
There may have been contact between Rusty Wallace and Skinner going into the corner.
If we just keep a camera on Skinner, we might be able to find out who hit him or if he hit somebody.
Best news is that he's okay and wearing the hands device, the head and neck support, that yoke around his shoulders that connects to the helmet.
That was one of the big fears. Could you get out with your car on fire? And he did get out of that race car.
Took a pretty wild ride down that back, I tell you.
That was a hard hit.
That's his wife that crew member has his arm around, and she's sigh of relief seeing him out of the car. There he is. He looks fine.
He's a tough young fella, and it's a good thing. Watch what happens here.
Here he is, right in the back of these cars here. Same thing happened to Ron Hornaday, yeah.
Right there on that blind spot. You know, these guys have got that headrest on the right side. You just can't see in hard into the outside wall.
Man, Kenny Schrader just barely squeezed through, and poor old Terry Labonte had nowhere to go.
Trunk lid debris everywhere. The rest of the drivers thread their way by. And then flames.
Just again, that's a gas fire because he was full of fuel. They just had to pit stop.
Is that most drivers' biggest nightmare, Darrell, fire?
I never had a car catch on fire like that. I think I'd have died in the car whether anything happened or not if I had because that's the most frightening thing you can see is a car on fire. You don't know if the guys can get out or not.
You know, we've seen this happen twice, Darrell, right here. It's so hard to enter that corner there getting low. And Rusty, just like earlier, Brett Bodine or Ron Hornaday trying to get up the racetrack to get in that entrance.
Well, you have an expectation. Rusty has an expectation that that car on the outside will give him room because you can't make the corner that way.
And the race is being stopped. They're going to red flag this race with 10 laps to go. So hopefully we can have a green flag finish. Cars are being stopped on the back straightaway.
When the car's up on the outside like that, like Skinner was, I mean, you can't enter turn 3 that high. And so you don't expect anybody to be there. And you need that little bit of room to get the angle down into the turn. So you just squeeze over ever so slightly.
Let's watch on board Rusty Wallace from the Miller Lite cam. Happens in an instant. From Casey Atwood, either he or Bill Elliott caught Mike Skinner's trunk lid. Let's see.
There you see the trunk lid bouncing around right there. Looks like he may have clipped it with the right front.
It was Elliott's nose, though, that threw it up in the air. And the best news of all is that Mike Skinner was able to climb from this car, apparently uninjured.
These cars are so well prepared inside with padding and fireproof materials that keeps all the fire contained underneath the car. That's why you see it go around the car, under the car, but very seldom. The firewalls are all sealed up real nice. Very seldom do you see fire get inside with the driver.